sometimes people ask me about calorie deficit in terms of exercise, right? So the question often is, I'm probably going to eat a little bit more today. Can I just, exercise a little bit more and make it balance out? And I would say that technically it's possible, right? So we, of course, have established that calories in versus calories out is ultimately what needs to happen, right? So you can increase the amount of exercise to burn a little bit more calories. The unfortunate thing is if you ever track your calories, oftentimes, an hour's worth of workout is like, let's say 3, 4, maybe 500 calories, right? Depending on the intensity. Of course, there's things that are more or less, but imagine if your idea of eating a little bit more was having an appetizer, was having a dessert, or 2 or 3 extra drinks, right? So realistically, let's say if it's a plate of nachos, easily 900, 1,000 calories, right? Let's say it's a piece of cheesecake, easily 700 to 12, 1,300 calories depending where you go, right? Let's say it's a couple of drinks, a couple margaritas, 3 margaritas, it's like 400 or 500 calories, right? So in your mind, you've told yourself, yeah, I'm exercising a little bit more to balance it out. But realistically, that's a very hard number to chase. It's a very hard balance to try to maintain. And although it's certainly physically, technically possible, I don't think it's psychologically appropriate, because it starts to put your mindset, your relationship with food as this transaction, that in order to have this piece of cake, I have to exercise. In order for me to enjoy a drink with my friends, I need to go for a run. In order for me to have that appetizer when I go with my work friends later on, I have to make sure I do an extra hour of weightlifting, right? And of course, that has some impact. You're going to burn a little bit of extra calories, but the balance is going to be off because it's hard to burn that many calories that quickly. But more importantly, again, as the relationship, like you shouldn't always have to barter. You shouldn't also punish yourself with exercise. Like, oh, yesterday I ate that extra piece of cake. Today I'm going to go an extra 5 kilometers and run. Like, why? You're punishing yourself. You're trying to make yourself pay for what you did. And I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think it's not good for you long term. You need to get out of this mindset. So although we'll talk about calories in, calories out, at some point we'll try to match the calories in versus out when you're looking to maintain. At this point in time, we're looking to get a calorie deficit with just your nutrition, right? And physical activity is a bonus. And as long as I keep those separate, you won't necessarily build that negative relationship with that trade-off, right? Because it can be taken that far and become a negative thing, right? So I want you guys to focus on getting in a calorie deficit and enjoy yourself. Try to fit that into your calories. If it doesn't fit today / tomorrow, then so be it. That was one of your 20 days, and who cares, right? Because I think it's worse to get into this bartering, this punishment cycle, than it is to just sort of say, this is a 20-day and I'm looking to get back on track tomorrow. And I know the fear is that you're going to slide backwards, right? But realistically, one meal, one appetizer, one day, 1 week for that matter, it doesn't define you, because that's not how you got here in the first place. That's not how you're reversing it. It's all about these patterns of behaviors over time, and it's not one meal, it's not one day, it's not so live your life. As far as we know, it's the only one you got, right? So enjoy it. What's the point of waiting until to enjoy your life? Put it in now. It might be slower, but the results will last, and you'll at least enjoy yourself along the way. It won't feel like you're stuck in some sort of a sentence.